Fresh taking on a WOP Dash here in now this best-of-3 series. Of course, Fresh, they finished second place overall in the group stages, thus earning the bye in the first round. They were waiting here to play the winner of the Druids versus WOP Dash series, and that ended up being a pretty crazy series yesterday. The one that who my current co-host here of Nier joined with me on the adventure that was. A pretty long, epic series there, but in the end, WOP Dash actually coming through victorious. So that's all they got here, 2-1 in that series. The 6th seed to kind of sneak in here, and here they are in the semifinals now. So, but definitely a tough challenge again in Mint here, going at it. So, but welcome back, Nier, to this matchup here. Now, already a very interesting start. Now, we saw this yesterday. Druids actually banned Gladiator all 3 games, I'm pretty sure. We see it first pick, snap picked by WOP Dash as soon as it doesn't get banned. So, all right. Get to see this Gladiator.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I mean, see what the fuss is all about here. We've seen it before, I guess, but now they have to really prove it here to advance to the finals. So, yeah, I think it's a comfort start for them, especially here in the draft phase.
See, that's the thing for me. It's like, and again, I would assume if not ProBusk, like somebody would have done the research on this, and but it's whether or not they're truly scared of it. Like, we don't even really know what it is, as you were pointing out either. It's we just know it was banned 3 games last game by Druids against them. So if it's really something that you need to, I mean, I guess we're going to find out here. Now, who plays it? I don't even know who plays it, Frank. Like, I don't even know who we should expect. Would it be Cookies, maybe? But I don't know. So I guess we'll see where it ends up. But that's one of the many questions that I'm sure we'll have with this Gladiator pick. But, I mean, Gladiator, we know, like, has potential to actually be pretty good. The hero's a good hero. The Ultimate's a very powerful tool. But, man, first pick worthy, must be some secret here.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just that comfort hero that they have a lot of strategies and success with it, and thus they can fit it into almost anything. And
yeah,
I think that's what we're going to see here. Sandrift, of course, strong hero as well. A lot of AoE teamfight presence. And same thing with the Bubbles and the Gladiator. I mean, kind of teamfight heroes, but the problem is to land all the abilities to full effect. Have to see how that works out for them. That's where something like a Magnus comes in handy, or a Behemoth.
Well, we'll see what they follow things up with now. Again, the idea, they got a lot of reach potential. Bubbles, Gladiator, Sandwraith, even with the Global, they definitely got that taken care of. So, yeah, it seems like that could be their idea they're going for. Maybe something like an Aluna or a Moira on top of that for even more reach as their support option. Wouldn't be out of the question, but into the bans we go now is the Engineer final pick over on the side of Mint over there. So, yeah, for Fresh, things are looking pretty routine there. Nothing out of the ordinary on their side. Engineer, of course, again, just gained so much steam lately as a go-to support pick, too. Him and Monarch seem to be the popular ones. And, well, there's Monarch ban, actually, by ProBusk. So Dark Lady taken out. But, yeah, focusing on some ProBusk potential heroes here is WOP Dash. Ooh, Salamon being right-clicked there. Yeah, there's still several pretty big ones open.
Yeah. Empath also responds. A lot of support being banned there. I know Empath Sander is a strong combo, and Monarch has been showing a lot of love lately, so they take that out. But, yeah, I don't think we'll see another support ban, at least. I think those two are just that much better, especially with the Sandrift.
There we go with Dr. Repulsor taken out by WOP Dash, and then, ooh, Glacius.
Okay, Glacius.
You were wrong.
I was wrong, apparently. Yeah.
All right.
Then why not Andro? But, yeah. Maybe they want it themselves if it gets through, but it's risky to ban all those supports. You know, NG Andro, we saw the combination last game, or with complexity in the second game at least. Could still be an option here for Hillborn, but then they would have to do something solo-ish with Engineer or Pebbles, and that's probably not going to happen, but it's still an option.
Oh, yeah.
Warbeast still left open.
Warbeast, too. Yeah, Lodestone, as we see him being right-clicked right there, another option. Yeah, it is always interesting to kind of see different matchups and how they can vary with the picks and the bans. And example here, as we just saw the previous year, Complexity, their first pick in low zone, even banning it initially, but in this case it's still left open, so what are they going to end up with? Yeah, see the support options. Yeah, Luna for me, with that reach, kind of goes with the lineup, but they're going through many options here, apparently. They want to end up with more defensive somewhat with the Rhapsody.
Yep. Good laning presence, and yeah, of course that invulnerability ultimate, always a nuisance if you're positioned correctly. Yeah, solid support, but as it looks to me, it's good with Sandra if you can zone a target that's or a hero, but also with Gladiator you could maybe set up some pitfalls and stuff like that with decent damage if they are forced to do something like that. But yeah.
So now back on the side of Mint.
Yeah, to me, it still seems like they need they need another stun. Honestly, Gladiator is fine with the showdown into the pitfall, but it takes a lot of time to activate the combo, and your opponents have a lot of time to react to it. So it's kind of slow. That's why you might want something like a Magnus, a Behemoth Fisher, or something to set it up first, and then you're already in there with the damage being dealt. So I feel like they need another kind of stun, but the jungle is kind of what's missing. So maybe a Solstice could be a good option here, unless they're doing some kind of tri-lane with the Gladiator.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going through really any jungle options, so what we see down there, there's some more initiators here, but that means it would be either a jungle Gladiator, yeah, or a secondary support, really roam-heavy Gladiator, if that's the case. Yeah, that's what it seems like it's going to end up like with the way they're going to go Moraxes here.
Right. It could be a jungling Gladiator. That's definitely an option. It's not too bad, You have the flagellation. You can stack the small camp and the medium camps, and then get some farm going and come into the lanes with the I think 2,000 range pitfalls, if I remember correctly. I mean, it has a long 1,500, so you can use that from far. Also sitting behind the trees in the mid lane and still hitting people with it. So. Definitely a good roam hero, actually, from the jungle. It doesn't farm that fast, but it's still effective enough in most cases.
Ooh. They go Madman as their final pick for their carry here for Probus. Interesting choice there. Okay. But, I mean, overall, Mint's lineup, it's one of those, yeah, it's a very strong potential lineup. It's definitely 4-1 style, which is kind of, Probus and his thing, so.
Madman kind of fits here. If they're going to do some kind of tri-lane roam, then Madman is definitely a good hero to survive with. The max move meets invisibility in the stock. And also, you can disjoint a couple spells, maybe with barrel roll if you're lucky enough. So a solid hero is a solo with, and then it's probably going to be the Lodestone off lane, and then the Pebbles Engineer in the mid lane. So solid lanes and solid lineup from mid here, for sure. Whereas on WOP Dash, we have this Gladiator kind of lineup as well that's kind of up in the air. Same thing as we saw at Raven last game, where it might be really good, and if it doesn't work, it might look a bit silly here. Because mid's lineup is definitely the one we have known and seen for a long time. Solid lineup.
Well, again, yeah, it's a mix of, like, not only is it, not typical, which, I mean, Gladiators now here and there. We know the Call to Arms is very powerful. We know the Pitfall, as we're pointing out, great range on it. And it's not like he's a bad hero. It's just clearly there's some kind of priority here that this team likes to do it. And it is in the hands of Cookies. Again, they snap first picked it here as soon as they saw it wasn't banned. So I'm even, like, going to his stats here, and I mean, honestly, under normal stuff, like, he doesn't actually, it's not even one of his top played heroes, so I don't know. It must be just some recent thing, perhaps, or, again, I guess that's what a lot of this game is going to be, perhaps, of kind of finding out what it truly is. But we'll see if Cookie is able to live up now to this prestige that he's getting with us and not even really seeing it ourselves. So, but yeah, I'm excited for that. But Mint, again, no doubt have a strong lineup. And, yeah, good point about the Madman. That does make sense as to why they went that direction of their carry instead of something else. More of the not as involved carry, perhaps. But Madman can be.
Have I missed something? The Moraxes, does he start with the W ability?
He, Wait, what?
Is that a change or something?
Hold on, yeah.
It looks like it's level 1, right?
I'm caught off by that.
Oh, bottom in action. I'm missing it.
Yeah, a little bit. They caught Samrath initially, but it wasn't enough. Gladiator Pitfall caused issues too.
I guess you can't activate it, but it looks weird to me. Just
it does, yeah.
Maybe it's just the passive armor.
It gives you 2 armor passive off the bat. Yeah, looking at it here, I did not know that. I'm with you. That's.
Just it says that he can still absorb abilities, so I didn't know. I'm a bit surprised. So.
Wait, yeah, you can actually yeah. There's 5 levels to it on the tooltip too. So when did this happen, Nier?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, so that's why I'm asking.
I have to like go in the patch notes now. Like, wait, are we just not looking at these things? But yeah, no. Moraxis, yeah. I guess we haven't seen him like a lot lately, so maybe it's something there. But all right, anyways.
My bad here, at least. Yeah, whatever.
Up there. At the top lane. He's going to be the suicide, of course. He's going up against that madman. So, yeah, we do see the aggressive lane coming out. Lodestone and Engineer down here.
Yeah. We did see it with Complexity have lots of success, but this time they're against the tri-lane, not just the dual lane with the Darker in it. So, expect Legion to win this big time. And the Engineer should probably start rotating.
Yeah, he's already noticed at least Rhapsody, especially nearby. I don't know if they figured Gladiator's down here too, I'm sure. Again, they saw him from the beginning, so yeah, Engineer not going to stick around too long to find out what the plan is. He's going to go towards the middle and end up there, it looks like. Going to match up against that Bubbles there. Got him and Pebbles, of course. Great combo.
And Gladiator actually pulled a single pull here, so that's going to give Lodestone a good lane positioning here in a minute or two. So he's probably quite happy with that, and definitely effective enough from Engineer down bottom. So if they can get a couple levels mid here with Pebbles Engie, then yeah, he's even commenting on it. So if they can get a couple levels, they can still kill the Bubbles, even though he has the shield surf take cover.
Right there, some pressure using it to farm a little bit, but yeah, definitely Bubbles going to be the one. Tossie there. Be a little careful with the circumstance here. At the top lane, though, Moraxis versus Madman. It seems like Madman really just right-clicking him, kind of trying to box him out here of the lane. In fact, he does have Parasite coming over now, and now Moraxis in a lot of trouble here. He is going to throw up the Arcane Shield, but nothing to absorb. He was hoping that the Leech would come out. Good job by Parasite being patient. Now Moraxis, he is going to be fine, though. Can't chase him down, so... yeah, enough to prevent him from dying there.
There has to be some kind of... apparently, okay, Axis and the Arcane Shield are leveled up together or something, at least on the tooltips, because it says that Arcane Shield is level 2, and the Axis is level 2, and he has a Quake Stun. That's 5 levels, he's only level 3. So there has to be some kind of mistake. He just used the Arcane Shield, though, so we know he has that. He also has the Quake, and I think he also used an Axe, so I'm not actually sure what's happening there, but... it's definitely some
is
kind
that
of visual bug.
Spectator bug or something? Yeah, no, that is. But see, I'm looking at the tooltip though, and it does actually have like 5 different levels on both of them. And I'm waiting for chat to catch up to tell us how dumb we are and have all this information. Because it really is. This is a hero that like we see enough that we should know this. You'd figure, but. I honestly, so what I've been doing too, we're on a pause here now. I've been going back through like the last 5 or 6 patches, and there's nothing about Moraxis. So either it happened a long time ago, and we're completely missing that, or there's some kind of issue, like bug here almost with what's up. But I don't know. That is weird. That is weird. We'll see. Well, I'll let the stream catch up and. See what chat has to say.
Probably gonna be some confirmation.
Yeah.
On something. So yeah.
That is strange. All right. Well, anyways. Okay. So he does survive for now, and obviously continues to be good to go as the creep lane kind of pushed it into his tower now somewhat. Lodestone, similar story here, just surviving, getting those levels as he tends to do. Pebbles has his farm kind of gone up a little bit, it looks like it. 18-4 now for Pebbles here in the middle lane. Especially having that support now to work with. Good news there. So yeah, Gladiator, has he kind of, I guess he's just been doing a lot of pulling here.
He's just been pulling and stacking, actually. And, I'm not too sure about if this was the idea from the get-go, because he has Showdown and Pitfall, so he's basically like another support down here. This is honestly something Rhapsody could do on his own. You don't need another hero to do this. So they are definitely losing a little bit in efficiency in this way, but maybe they have some kind of plan with it.
Bubbles is going to go down. Hinted at it earlier that he could be vulnerable, and I honestly don't know if that was just got caught without a shell serve. I mean, you'd have to assume, like, he was definitely moving there at the end, so maybe even just out of mana, perhaps, but whatever it was, he was not able to escape, so Bloodlust kill coming out for Pebbles NG here.
Yeah, definitely a start you do not want to see on this Pebbles here. He can definitely take off and make some stuff happen in this game, especially with 2 supports. Those can be food if he's really gonna snowball here. Seen Mika do it time and time again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for now, Madman opened up some farm for him. Probusk playing it as well. I mean, you probably keep that in mind too, but how do you think Probusk is gonna be building here? Will he get that Rune Cleaver, you think? Being this kind of priority carry here, or?
Yeah, I think he could for sure. He does have a lot of farm onto his Pebbles player and the Parasite as well, so even something more aggressive as a shield breaker. We've seen some people do that in the past. I don't think he's gonna do that, but it's definitely an option since your team's doing so well. Then you don't have to be that late game carry with the Rune Cleaver. It's enough to just come in with a kind of niche item like that and do your damage and be aggressive early on. But he's probably gonna go Cleaver Pro Bask here.
All right. Well, actually, you need to be a little careful here. You got Gladiator coming up. Almost like you wanted to set something up, but actually quickly falling back. So, I mean, there is no vision here, and I think he was fairly hidden, honestly. So, oh, meanwhile, bottom lane, Sandwraith goes down, actually. Whoa, he was really far up here. I'm not sure how he even got in that position, honestly, but he ends up getting killed as a result. So, maybe a keg stun pushed him over there, and he just kind of got trapped somehow, but yeah, no one was low, so it's not like he was chasing somebody for a kill. Not too sure. Well, he gets picked off.
Yeah. I think the big thing here up top is they can definitely set a kill up, but he needs to Quake Stun first into a Pitfall, and then they need to Dust and then Showdown when Madman is stalking, so that they keep him in place after it's over. But maybe he's almost level 6. It could be. I'm not gonna go for it. Marxus does have a haste, so that's why I thought they could maybe make something happen.
Yeah. That man kind of poking up right here, but man, I mean, what else are they going to ask for here?
You should start axing him here, yeah. Just deal damage to him. Yeah.
He obviously has no clue. Gladiator's down here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to be doing this. So I'm not too sure what the 100% they're waiting. Oh, he kind of pokes out there. Yeah, now he definitely knows. I was like, all right, let me just go over here. Yeah, unfortunately, not the best execution there.
No, it's unfortunate. That's a lot of time wasted from the Gladiator, and he's not going for any flagellation or bottom.
That's a kill onto Rhapsody. It's like Lodestone and Parasite even getting involved there. Sandwraith, obviously that's one of his weaknesses earlier on. Not much he can do to assist in cases like that. Top lane, more access is going to be fine. But clearly this start, though, for Fresh, it's a strong one. 4,300 gold lead, 4,500 experience lead. Sandwraith just about level 6, but not really anyone that's going to be pretty vulnerable for setting up a gank on this early on just yet. Going to really need this roaming Gladiator to set up some big gank. Again, it goes back to this. I know it's still really early on, but this was a snap first pick Gladiator, and so far it's not really having that great of an impact. So,
yeah, I mean it's still early on, but Rhapsody and Gladiator, they've been doing the same thing. Rhapsody can still zone while she's stacking and then going over to the pull, taking the experience. She doesn't have to just sit over there. I mean, they're using 2 heroes to do 1 hero's job, and as a result, they're kind of playing 4v5, and that's also why they're getting so far behind outside of the 3 hero kills. They're not playing efficiently enough, and it's definitely showing in the stats. Parasite is farming, Pebbles is farming, Glowstone is even having a couple of kills now, and it's 240 GPM. That's a lot from the offlane, and Madman is farming too, so a lot of heroes with farm compared to no one on above 300 GPM on Legion side.
Yeah.
That's also a result of the roaming, of course, coming from the hill point, but yeah, it's not looking too great for them.
Yeah, not the best of starts, but, you know, getting that level 6 on Samwraith, which they have now, using a good Mirage here to set up, get that first kill out of the way, start at least getting some motivation or some, you know, momentum even towards starting a little early comeback here. But for now, they're going to continue to kind of play from behind. You got Madman, he's up at the top lane, he's got a lot of stats early on to get the Iron Shield, full power supply, that all those steam boots right there, so he's getting a lot of these stats earlier on. Still not sure exactly what direction he's going to be going just yet, as far as that initial farming item, that Rune Cleaver. Again, maybe expected here. Bubbles top lane, but again, you see Madman and Engie both kind of just playing this very safe. So I don't know if they just happen to see Bubbles coming up here with an invis, or they just know something's up. Bubbles missing. Maybe that's enough.
Yeah, I will say Maraxis is standing pretty far up. I've been watching him throughout the game, and he hasn't been this far up for a long time. Oh, Parasite, though.
Yeah, they're going to open on Parasite, but no, that's awkward. He just takes over a Stealth Hunter. He's like, I'm Magic Immune now, so deal with it. Yeah, not the greatest choice right there, honestly. I mean, I guess they were hoping for but yeah, the silence is only level 1, so it wasn't going to lock him down long enough. I don't know what the plan was there, really. The guy, I guess maybe it was just simply they didn't realize the Stealth Hunter was right there, but
I think that's it, yeah. I mean, it's a good idea. They saw Parasite alone over there, but they just forgot about the Stealth Hunter. Yeah, they don't get the kill, and they even use the Bubbles ultimate for it. So they have to wait another minute to go for something with Bubbles again.
Yeah.
It's definitely a much needed kill for them.
Yep, so now 10.5 minutes in, coming up to that. Again, still no kills to work with here. Gonna start getting really desperate. That's the thing too. It's some of these early gank attempts don't work, and then you start to maybe reach a little further as the game goes on, and really hoping to make these kills happen, and that puts you in some dangerous and poor spots. So I'm saying that's going to be the case, but again, WOP Dash really could use some kills here, and that's not going to help either, unfortunately. Mbapinga goes down bottom lane. Lodestone, that Shatterstorm, looks like Engie assisted pretty well as well. No energy field even needed there. Just more than enough damage to take him out. So yeah, really trying to find the positives here for WOP Dash, but again, it is a little bit of a struggle, unfortunately. How it's going, but again, the other side of it, Fresh, as really expected, they are playing it very well, and Bubbles, he feels the pain there. Gets comboed down by Parasite and Pebbles there.
Yeah, another Stealth Hunter setting that up. So yeah, even though Gladiator and Rhapsody are sitting there, they just can't help him in time. He's getting bursted too quickly. That's what a Pebbles and Parasite can do for you. So yeah. Max is even trying to roam now. Bottom tower goes down. Wow. This is getting out of control. I think they are looking for the next game. Sorry to say, but nothing has really been working out for them. They're trying mid again here, but it's only an engineer. He's actually falling back now.
Yeah.
When they're so far ahead, they can put up a lot of ref voids, a lot of normal voids, and as a result, they just see Legion coming from everywhere, putting a lot of voids everywhere.
Yeah, obviously, again, Sync versus Complexity for those that caught that one. We did have that series earlier today. Of course, in the end, Sync won 2 games to 1, but that first game, Sync dominated as top lane here, by the way. Madman, yeah. He just gets a solo kill on Bubbles. He saw him shell surf, and he happened to just go in and get that kill as a result. So just a free kill, really, for us right there. But the point I was getting at is that happened to be a very quick, game number 1 there in that series, and then Complexity did win the second game. Pretty solid game overall, and so not to give up hope for the series yet by any means, but yeah, this game 1 at least, Fresh is in total control really, and yeah, I mean the draft obviously has to be a big part of it, and it kind of goes back to that idea of the Gladiator. Really, not to harp on it because again, we really haven't seen too much of it, and I'm sure there's a reason why was being banned in other series and even snap picked here, but it's not going to work every game, obviously, but this just happens to be an example of, well, just really hasn't accomplished a lot in the end. So gonna try to maybe get a couple of kills here and hope to work off of that, but top lane, I guess, is where it could start. They are sitting up here pretty heavily. Okay, there's the pitfall. Do they have the damage? The showdown will bring him back. There's the stomp. I think they should have the damage. I hope they have the damage, yes. Okay. Got scary there.
I like the idea from ProPass trying to disjoint the showdown with the W, but just a little bit too early. I mean, that's really hard to do, so I've been impressive if he succeeded in that. But a nice attempt, but not meant to be, and they get their first kill here, so yeah, that's at least good.
That's got to feel good again, putting that kill on the scoreboard. Let's get some kind of momentum like I was talking about earlier. I mean, 2,000 gold saved up on Sandray, so he is still pretty committed towards this, towards the Mocker Brilliance build, obviously, but get in there is important.
I think Engineer's gonna get a kill here real soon. This is a pretty good spot for mine, so this Gladiator, I think he's dead. Oh, was that in range?
Did he show it?
In range.
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate. I think so. I think he's pinging it right now.
Yeah, there's the ref ward. Look at this. Yeah. Right next to it. Oh, that's brutal. But Lodestone's nearby. If they're going to try to maybe make a play right here. Oh, nice catch on the Engineer. Here's a combo, actually. It really wants this kill. Samurai ports in even, and yeah, they will get it. So, all right. Well, they get the NG who's trying to be clever and set up some mine traps here.
If they were aware, they saw an illusion spawn here next to the tier 2 in mid, and they know there's an Invis hero here. So, I'm not sure if they saw
Sandwraith, yeah. Good point. Oh, Pebbles is going to just walk out of here, unfortunately.
Yep.
Can't catch him there.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, Madman, by the way, I wonder, he gets the standard course towards a Rune Cleaver, but I was wondering, do you think he could maybe go in Nullstone here? I mean, there is a Sandwraith, and would that be good this game, or?
I mean, he could, but I don't see reason for it, especially not when you're so far ahead. You don't need to dodge that illusion spawning on you, at least not right now. So just getting the item that enhances your farm the most, and damage, that's the Cleaver. So that's what I would get, but since he haven't bought a broadsword yet, then maybe he is going for the Nullstone. At the same time, then he hasn't bought the Glowstone, so... Yeah.
Bottom lane.
Okay.
God. Shatterstorm and then into the head smash. Now he's going to be stopped TPing, but not really a huge deal in the end. Yeah, just like a time for a sad face.
Oh, mid.
That's going to be a couple of kills most likely. They got Rhapsody already, Meraxis. Oh, no, he will survive, actually. The Mauler explosion, not enough. Had that Matrax up, so manages to stay alive there.
I think Lodestone, yeah, he's killed Sandwich 3 times down at bottom lane. That's a couple times too much. I mean, if you want to win the game at least, then you can't die that many times. Of course, you need wards and stuff to spot the Lodestone with, but every time he's been in the lane and then he's missing in the fog, then you gotta suspect that he's he's looking to channel an ulti and jump onto you.
Yeah.
And now he has the portal key as well, so it's just that much harder, of course.
All right, I am being corrected. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I do apologize. It did look kind of funky then. I guess the play earlier where I mentioned about Parasite escaping when they tried to gank him at the top there, taking over the Stealth Hunter, but Stealth Hunters are not magic immune, so that is fair. It's only the Wild Hunters, of course, but I guess more so even the Stealth Hunter with the Invis helped him get away too. Yeah. But good point. That's a good correction there. All right. Anyways, back to the now. 17 minutes in. Guess who's dead again? Sandwraith at the bottom. Gets caught this time by Pebbles, actually, using that haste rune. Engineer's looking for a kill. Lowstone finds a couple over here in Bubbles, as well as Meraxis. Bubbles is going to fall to Melody. Not going to be enough to save for him. Parasite, though, dying in return. Yes, it is going to be enough for the kill onto him. Meraxis, though, goes down as Madman now joins the party. He's got that Rune Cleaver as well, assisting some decent damage. Rhapsody is going to be able to make it out, but there we go, actually. GG, well played. So I think WOP Dash kind of finally realized that it's just too much of a gap here to come back from. So, well.
I mean, I think Meraxis is doing fine top. 1v1 Madman, that was not the issue. Mid was also doing okay until Engineer roamed over. Then Pebbles basically had free farm and Bubbles had to play scared. And so Mid was winning that. And then bottom, Gladiator made a pull at 1 minute, and then the lane just pushed from that point on. Then NG just left, of course, and Lodestone had free experience and also a lot of good farm. And they basically used 2 heroes, as I said earlier, to do one hero's job, and as a result, they just kind of played 4v5, and Gladiator had no chance of roaming. So maybe they should have adjusted and stacked the pull a couple times more, then pulled, but then have Rhapsody do that, and then Gladiator actually skilling Flagellation and starting to jungle. Could have been more effective because then he would have caught up on levels. He could have had higher impact with higher level Pitfall as well, starting to roam mid as well. So I think they could have definitely played that better. And the small things where the inefficiency definitely just you can't keep up with a lineup that Mint have if you play like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Mint also just execution just on point there for sure, and they're looking to get another match against Sync Esports here in those finals of the Deadeye Bounty League Season 2, and right now in a great spot to do so. They're up 1-0 here in the series over WOP Dash. They're going to look to take care of business now with Game 2 coming up just around the corner here. So, ladies and gentlemen, short break coming up, but we should have Game 2 coming up next. WOP Dash versus Fresh. We'll be right back.